Oh, hi there. My name is Jacob Jacobson, and tonight you're entitled to a very special evening where we have three lovely ladies who volunteer to answer questions about return to missionaries.
Wait. I was told we were being paid.
For tonight's lineup, we have Chelsea Curran, Sarah King, and Rachel Whitehead. How do you know someone is fresh off their mission?
So my cousin, when he came home off his mission, he called all his friends airheads because he was so spiritually high that he thought all his friends that were doing normal things or things of the world, he's like, they're airheads because he was so spiritually high.
When they constantly talk about their mission, they go on and on. Like, oh, in Mexico I did this. Oh, in Mexico it's like this. Africa's like this. Bolivia, Spain, Italy, it is what it is.
What was the weirdest date you've ever been on with someone who's been off their mission less than 6 months?
We ended up walking around the temple, and after that, he was talking to everybody he met on the sidewalk, asking about their history, where they were from, what stake president they had, and all about their family. And I could tell there was one couple that was actually on their anniversary, and and I could tell they were really done with the night, really wanted to go home, if you know what I mean. And he was not having any of it. I'm like, okay, dude, it's time to go. It's time to go. I'm getting tired. And then he ran into his cousin. And I had to talk to his cousin for the next 20 minutes.
That was a weird day on my
I went to my nephew's football game and then got Dairy Queen, and then he started talking about marriage and starting a family. This was only after a week of knowing the guy. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I gotta go. Got a phone call. Hey.
What's one quality you admire in a return to missionary?
I like their spirit. I like their example that they set. Sometimes we get off on the wrong path, and I feel like they're so close to the spirit when they come home. And sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes it's like, I really like your example. Like I was doing something wrong, but it wasn't like bad, like really bad. It was just little, and I like how they put me back on the right path sometimes.
I like their style. I know that sounds kind of superficial, but it's one of those things where you can you can tell who a return missionary is kind of based on what they're wearing or how their hairstyle is. It's not very conspicuous, but at the same time it allows you to see them as a person. Kind of the short haircut, but like the longer dresses, or it's more refined. It's more almost like professional church attire. And so you kind of know, and they're always soft-spoken. They're always that person who is like willing to talk to you about anything.
Yeah.
And so when they're probably the most approachable people because they've been having to approach people, for 2 years or.
I think they're fun to hang out with, because it's like they've served somewhere for 2 years in some like third world country or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have the technology we have here, or they aren't able to use any of that stuff, or they're so like behind on some things. Like one of them I know, he came to a singles board activity, and he was just Rockford said, like, he's just like a little boy in a candy shop that sees all of this stuff, and he's like, oh my gosh, look at this!
How many missionary training centers are there in the world? There are 15.
Oh!
Are missionary sisters allowed to wear pants?
On 2 days?
Missionary sisters are allowed to wear pants in areas where there are mosquito-borne illnesses, such as the Zika virus or swine flu.
That makes sense.
Duh.
How long are meal appointments with the members supposed to be?
An hour.
An hour.
How long does each missionary receive for personal study?
An hour and a half in the morning?
30 minutes. Don't they get 30 minutes? 30 minutes.
An hour.
Each missionary receives an hour for personal study. What's the most cliche returned missionary phrase?
When I was on my mission.
Do your best reenactment of a returned missionary asking a girl on a date.
Will you go on a date with me?
So, do you text? Yeah, and then they build up to actually
What is
asking.
texting?
Do you text and then?
Do you have a phone?
Yeah. Do you have a phone? It's like, yeah. Did you know there's a fireside on Sunday? Are you going to the fireside?
Will you share a hymn book with me?
What's the most notable difference between a returned missionary 1 month after his mission and 5 years after his mission?
They wear holes in their pants.
Their hair and the way they keep up on the way they're supposed to be. Clean cut, I guess you could say. Everybody
They
says
gained
they're
some
different.
weight or lost some weight.
I mean,
Well,
something
losing
else.
the weight from their mission or gaining the weight that they lost on their mission.
What are super fresh RMs really bad at?
Kissing. No,
Like
hugs.
Too much lip?
No,
They're-
hugs. RMs are so bad at hugs.
They're like-
girls are like, they're like,
How do I touch something? Hey!
It's not like the side hug. It's more of like the lean back kind of hug for like 5 seconds, and then
They let go.
Then they let go.
it's really weird. It's awkward at first.
So
Their first hug is weird.
Talking to girls and like actually not having to stand or like, I don't know, I guess you.
Talking to girls without sounding like you're trying to sell them something.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I speak Spanish.
You don't?
No, I don't. I know very little, very poco. So all my friends that served on missions that are coming home spoke Spanish or whatever, they automatically come to me like, oh, como, yeah, you know, start speaking to me in Spanish. I'm like,
No.
hey, I haven't seen you in 2
As
years.
soon as
I don't know what you're talking
as soon
about.
as you like you say, oh yeah, I know some Spanish too. You say that, and then they go full on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
And
no,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't speak Spanish. Or they give me that look like, you don't speak Spanish? Aren't you Spanish? Like, from Mexico or whatever? Like, I'm half Hispanic and half Native American. And I grew up with white people. I was raised by white people. I didn't learn the language, so no, I don't speak Spanish. Sorry.
Lovely ladies, please demonstrate the way that returned missionaries kiss with your lips.
He had never kissed a girl before at all, actually, and so he actually said, "Could you teach me how?" And so I said,
It's that awkward kiss where they miss and they hit like right here in the corner of your mouth.
"Brought to you by my book."
It's finally
Yay! Read it, please. It can be pre-ordered on Amazon. It officially comes into bookstores April 11th, but you can still order it and still read it because it's awesome.